Welcome back. It's now time for your lunchtime sports. Let's head straight to Qatar, where Brazil were leading Croatia 1-0 in second half of extra time in their FIFA World Cup quarterfinal match. Neymar scoring the goal for Brazil that played to a 1-1 scoreline at the end of regulation and added time. Meanwhile, two-time champions Argentina will take on Netherlands in the other quarterfinal match today. In the previous World Cup meetings between the teams, Argentina, they've won twice and the Dutch twice, with one match ending in a draw. Cricket now, the West Indies have continued to struggle in the second and final test against host Australia in Adelaide. Resuming on 330 for 3, Australia eventually posted 511 for 7 declared in their first innings. Marnus Labuschagne carrying on to 163 from his overnight 120, while Travis Head scored 175 after resuming on 114. The two shared in a 297-run fourth-wicket partnership, the third highest fourth-wicket partnership for Australia against the West Indies. Alex Carey also chipped in with 41 not out. Alzarri Joseph getting 2 for 107, Devin Thomas 2 for 458. Now in reply, the West Indies were struggling at 102 for 4 in their first innings at stumps in the day-night contest. They trailed by a massive 409 runs. Tejan Chandapal was 47 not out, and with him at the close was Anderson Phillips on 1. Captain Craig Brathwaite and Devin Thomas both made 19 each. Pacer Michael Nazir has taken 2 for 20 for the Aussies so far. Netball news now. St. Catherine High and Glenmuir High are the ISA Netball Under-19 Urban and Rural Area Champions after defeating Gainsted and Manchester High respectively at the National Indoor Centre on Thursday. Former champions St. Catherine High got the better of defending champions Gainsted 26-23. The Spanish Town-based school led 18-10 at the halftime break. Gainsted tried to claw their way back and would get within touching distance after winning the fourth quarter 7-5, but came up short by 3. The final score 26-23. Meanwhile, it was a similar nail-biting affair between Glenmuir High and last season's beaten finalists Manchester High, with the Clarendon-based school forging in at the end at 39-35. In the closely contested match, Glenmuir led 18-17 at the halftime break and maintained that lead at 27-25 at the end of the third before inching away for the 39-35 final score. In the meantime, St. Hugh's High and Homewood Technical won the ISA on the 16 titles in contrasting fashion. In the urban area, despite a close first two quarters, St. Hugh's having a slim 14-11 lead at halftime, they were never really threatened by Immaculate in the last two and moved away to capture the urban area crown 31-22. And over in the rural area final, it was a ding-dong battle with only a point or two separating Homewood and Glenmuir. The Manchester-based school came from behind and trailed 5-6 at the end of the first quarter, and just getting by Glenmuir at the end, 31-30. And that's where we leave the courts for now, and I am Jermaine Brown. Shamela, back to you.
Thank you, Jermaine. And that's the Midday News. I'm Shamela Pullen. Join us at 7 for Primetime News. On behalf of the news, sports and production teams, good afternoon.